Hey everyone, welcome to D2 Global News. On March 14, 2025, Mark Carney was sworn in as Canada's new Prime Minister, replacing Justin Trudeau. In his inaugural speech, he firmly rejected the idea of Canada joining the United States, calling it absurd and slammed Trump as a threat to Canadian families, workers, and businesses. At the same time, Canada announced it was reconsidering a major defense contract for F-35 fighter jets from the U.S., signaling broader tensions. So, what's really driving these tensions? What are the risks, and what does the future hold? Let's dive in. But before we get started, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to support us. Now let's get to it. Canada and the U.S. have always had a close relationship, strengthened by economic agreements like NAFTA, now USMCA, and defense commitments through NORAD. But that relationship hasn't always been smooth. Back in Trump's first term, 2017-2021, tensions flared over trade tariffs, dairy imports, and softwood lumber disputes. Fast forward to today, and Trump's rhetoric and policies are once again turning up the heat. Trump's America First approach and trade protectionism are at the heart of the current friction. As of March 4, 2025, a plus 25% tariff has been slapped on most Canadian imports, with energy products facing a 10% tariff. This could hit the Canadian economy hard. These tariffs could drive Canada's Consumer Price Index CPI up by 2.7% by 2027, leading to higher interest rates and squeezing disposable income, especially in industries like hospitality and entertainment. Targeted tariffs on steel, aluminum, and dairies are being used as bargaining chips ahead of the USMCA review in 2026, adding to economic uncertainty. And then there's the whole 51st state thing. Trump has repeatedly floated the idea of Canada becoming the 51st state, an idea that Canadians absolutely reject. Let me know if you need any edits or formatting adjustments. Here is the full text you requested. Many see this as disrespectful and a threat to Canada's sovereignty, fueling anti-US sentiment. We're seeing protests, buy Canadian campaigns, and even booing of the US national anthem at sports events. A recent Ipsos poll found that over 70% of Canadians oppose this idea, though 43% of young adults, 18-34, might consider it if US citizenship and asset conversion were guaranteed. Prime Minister Carney isn't backing down. In his March 14th speech, he firmly rejected any US-Canada integration and called Trump's policies a threat to Canada's identity and resources. As part of this shift, Canada is reassessing its $19 billion contract for 88 F-35 jets, originally signed in June 2023. Concerns over US reliability are driving the review. The Defense Minister, Bill Blair, is exploring alternatives like Sweden's Saab JAS-39 Gripen, which offers domestic production and tech transfer, boosting Canada's strategic independence. Canada is diversifying its defense spending, considering Boeing P-8A Poseidon aircraft and MQ-9B Sky Guardian drones to reduce reliance on American suppliers. This isn't just a Canadian thing. Portugal recently canceled its F-35 purchase over similar concerns. It's part of a larger trend among NATO allies. This conflict isn't just about money and defense. It's about something deeper, Canada's national identity. Carney's stance reflects fears that Trump's policies aren't just an economic threat, they're a direct challenge to Canada's sovereignty. That's why we're seeing cross-party calls to expand global partnerships, plus a surge in anti-US sentiment across the country. So, what happens if this situation keeps escalating? If tariffs persist, Canada's construction sector could shrink by 2.9% by 2029. Canada's moves could set an example for other US allies, highlighting the risks of over-reliance on America, possibly weakening US influence in NATO and beyond. Unlike Portugal, Canada is far more economically dependent on the US. That makes this situation especially tricky for Canada. But it also means how Canada handles this will set the tone for other countries facing similar challenges under Trump's leadership. So where does Canada go from here? Here's what experts recommend. Diversify trade and defense partnerships, strengthening ties with Europe and Asia. Invest in homegrown defense industries like the potential Gripen deal to secure long-term independence. Engage in diplomatic talks through forums like the G7 to minimize economic fallout. At its core, the US-Canada tensions boil down to Trump's protectionist policies and nationalist rhetoric, posing both economic and identity challenges for Canada. The big question is, can Canada assert its independence and reduce its reliance on the US? How we navigate this will shape not only Canada's future, but also North America's geopolitical landscape. Now over to you. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our latest updates. See you in the next one.